Today we will talk about performance management. This chapter explains the key components and importance of a performance management system in obtaining a competitive advantage and supporting talent management strategies within companies. Here's a breakdown of the main points. 3 parts of performance management. The performance management system consists of 3 main parts: defining performance, measuring performance, and providing feedback on performance. These components work together to ensure that employees' activities and outputs align with the company's goals. Importance of performance management. Performance management is crucial for companies to obtain a competitive advantage and effectively execute their talent management strategies. By implementing performance management processes, companies can identify employees' strengths and weaknesses, link them to appropriate training and development activities, and reward good performance with incentives and compensation. Specifying relevant performance aspects. The performance management system begins by specifying the aspects of performance that are relevant to the organization. This is typically done through job analysis, which helps identify the essential tasks, skills, and behaviors required for each role within the company. Measuring performance. Performance appraisal is one method used to measure employees' performance against the established standards and goals. When done correctly, performance appraisal provides benefits to both employees and the company. It is important to establish employee goals tied to the company's strategic objectives and ensure that employees in similar roles are evaluated based on the same standards. Providing feedback. Performance feedback is a crucial part of the performance management process. By providing feedback, employees can understand how their performance aligns with the organization's goals and make necessary adjustments. Performance feedback can be achieved through various methods, and it plays a role in linking performance to rewards and incentives, such as merit increases or bonuses. Moving to more frequent performance reviews. To promote continuous improvement and create engaged employees, many companies are transitioning from traditional annual performance reviews to more frequent and reorganized performance review processes. These reviews allow for ongoing feedback, coaching, and recognition, ensuring employees know what is expected of them and are motivated to perform at their best. This flowchart shows how to evaluate and improve employee performance in a company. It has 6 steps that are connected by arrows, forming a cycle. Here are the steps. Step 1. Define performance outcomes for company, division, and department. Step 2. Develop employee goals, behaviors, and actions to achieve outcomes. Step 3. Provide support and ongoing performance discussions. Step 4. Evaluate performance. Step 5. Identify improvements needed. Step 6. Provide consequences for performance results. We are going to explain each step in detail in the next slides. The first step in the performance management process is to understand and identify the goals or objectives that the company is trying to achieve. These goals can include targets related to revenue, profit, market share, customer satisfaction, or any other desired outcomes. Performance outcomes refer to the desired results or achievements that are important for the company. These outcomes typically benefit various stakeholders, including customers, the employee's peers or team, and the organization as a whole. Examples of performance outcomes could be improving customer satisfaction, increasing sales revenue, enhancing teamwork, or achieving operational efficiency. Also, alignment with strategy, mission, and values. The company's and department's or team's strategy, mission, and values play a crucial role in determining the desired performance outcomes. These elements provide guidance and direction for the organization and influence the types of outcomes that are prioritized. For example, if the company's strategy is focused on innovation, the performance outcomes may include developing new products or improving processes. Most companies pursue some type of strategy to reach revenue, profit, and market share goals. These goals reflect the overall objectives of the organization and guide decision-making and resource allocation. Divisions, departments, teams, and employees need to align their individual goals and behaviors with the company's strategy and goals. By doing so, they contribute to the achievement of the organization's broader objectives. Choosing activities. To support the organization's strategy and goals, employees must choose to engage in activities that are aligned with the desired performance outcomes. This requires understanding how their tasks and responsibilities contribute to the overall success of the company and making choices that prioritize activities that support the strategic objectives. The second step of the performance management process, which involves understanding how to accomplish the goals established in the first step. Here's a breakdown of the main points. Determining measurable goals, behaviors, and activities. In the second step, the focus is on identifying specific and measurable goals, behaviors, and activities that will help employees achieve the desired performance results. Measurable goals provide clarity and allow for tracking progress and evaluating performance. Behaviors and activities outline the specific actions and tasks that need to be performed to accomplish the goals. Measurability of goals, behaviors, and activities. It is important that the goals, behaviors, and activities are measurable. Measurability means that there are clear criteria or indicators to assess whether these goals, behaviors, and activities have been achieved. This enables both the manager and the employee to determine if the desired outcomes have been met, and provides a basis for performance evaluation. Integration with job descriptions. The goals, activities, and behaviors identified in the performance management process should be integrated into the employee's job description. By including them in the job description, it becomes clear to the employee what is expected of them and how their performance will be evaluated. This alignment ensures that employees understand their role in achieving the organization's goals. The third step of the performance management process, which is organizational support. Here's a breakdown of the main points. Providing training, resources, and tools. Organizational support involves providing employees with the necessary training, resources, and tools to effectively perform their jobs. This ensures that employees have the knowledge, skills, and equipment required to meet their performance goals. Training can include job-specific skills, as well as training on how to use performance management tools and processes effectively. Frequent feedback communication. Effective performance management requires regular and open communication between employees and managers. This communication should focus on acknowledging accomplishments, discussing issues, and addressing challenges that may influence performance. Feedback should be a two-way process, with both managers and employees actively participating and valuing the feedback they receive. Value and exchange of feedback. Both managers and employees need to value feedback and understand its importance in improving performance. Feedback provides insights into areas for improvement, helps identify strengths and weaknesses, and guides professional development. Managers should make time to provide feedback to employees and also receive training on how to give constructive feedback and receive feedback in a constructive manner. By providing employees with the necessary training, resources, and tools, organizations demonstrate their commitment to supporting employees' performance. Frequent feedback communication fosters a culture of continuous improvement and enables employees to address challenges and make necessary adjustments. When both managers and employees value feedback and actively exchange it, it contributes to a positive and productive work environment. The fourth step of the performance management process, which is performance evaluation. Let us break down the main points: discussion and comparison of performance. During the performance evaluation, the manager and the employee come together to discuss and compare the targeted performance goals and supporting behaviors with the actual results. This evaluation helps assess the extent to which the employee has achieved their performance objectives. Formal performance review. The performance evaluation is typically conducted as an annual or biannual formal performance review. This structured review provides an opportunity to comprehensively assess the employee's performance over a specific period. It allows for a more in-depth discussion of performance and provides a formal platform for feedback and recognition. Frequent performance conversations. To make the formal evaluation more effective, it is recommended that managers engage in frequent performance conversations with employees throughout the year. This means having regular discussions about performance, progress, and any challenges faced. By having ongoing conversations, managers can provide timely feedback, address issues promptly, and offer support when needed. Understanding reasons for deviation. When there is a deviation between the actual and targeted performance, the manager should discuss the reasons with the employee. It is important not to immediately punish the employee, as there may be various factors beyond their control that have influenced their performance. These factors could include poor motivation, inadequate skills or knowledge, or external circumstances. The manager should investigate and understand the reasons before taking any disciplinary action. By engaging in performance conversations throughout the year and having a formal performance review, managers can effectively evaluate employee performance. It is crucial to have open and honest discussions, provide constructive feedback, and consider external factors that may have influenced performance. This approach promotes a fair and supportive performance evaluation process that focuses on improvement and development rather than punishment. Step 5. Capitalizing on performance strengths and addressing weaknesses. In this step, the employee and manager work together to identify actions that can leverage the employee's strengths and improve areas of weakness. This may involve identifying training needs, adjusting the type or frequency of feedback provided by the manager, clarifying or modifying performance outcomes, and discussing behaviors or activities that require improvement or align with new priorities. The focus is on maximizing the employee's potential and enhancing their performance. Step 6. Providing consequences for performance outcomes. The sixth step involves providing consequences or rewards for achieving or failing to achieve performance outcomes. These consequences can vary depending on the purposes of the performance management system established by the company. Examples of consequences include compensation-related rewards, such as salary increases or cash bonuses, recognition for outstanding performance, promotion opportunities, access to development programs, or continued employment. The specific consequences tied to performance outcomes should align with the company's performance management objectives and the overall goals of the organization. This ensures that employees are incentivized to strive for high performance and are appropriately rewarded for their achievements. The consequences can serve as motivators and provide a sense of recognition and fairness within the performance management system. By focusing on capitalizing on strengths, addressing weaknesses, and providing appropriate consequences, the performance management process aims to improve individual and organizational performance. It promotes employee development, engagement, and alignment with organizational goals, ultimately contributing to the overall success of the company. Okay. As you know, many companies are indeed shifting from the traditional performance management process to a continuous performance management approach. Let's break down how this happens, focusing on the main points: ongoing conversations and feedback. Continuous performance management emphasizes regular and ongoing conversations between managers, direct reports, and teams. These conversations focus on work progress, providing feedback, addressing accomplishments, and discussing development needs. The aim is to create a continuous feedback loop that promotes growth and improvement. More frequent check-ins. In contrast to the traditional approach of annual or biannual appraisals, continuous performance management includes more frequent formal check-ins. These check-ins can occur weekly, monthly, or quarterly, depending on the organization's preferences. The increased frequency allows for more timely feedback, goal adjustment, and behavior change as needed. Feedback from multiple sources. In a continuous performance management process, feedback is not limited to just managers. Peers, direct reports, and even customers may provide feedback. This 360-degree feedback approach provides a broader perspective on an individual's performance and helps identify areas for improvement. Forward-facing and developmental. Continuous performance management is often described as forward-facing because it focuses on ongoing feedback and goal adjustment. Employees receive feedback more frequently, allowing them to make timely adjustments to their performance goals and behavior. This approach is more developmental and emphasizes the role of managers in coaching employees to improve and grow. By adopting a continuous performance management process, organizations aim to create a culture of ongoing improvement and development. The emphasis on regular conversations, frequent check-ins, and feedback from various sources helps employees stay aligned with organizational goals and make necessary adjustments along the way. This approach promotes employee engagement, growth, and continuous learning, ultimately leading to improved performance outcomes. There are 6 purposes for performance management. 1. Strategic. Performance management aligns individual and team performance with the organization's strategic goals and objectives. It ensures that employees' efforts contribute to the overall success of the company. 2. Administrative. Performance management provides a framework for making administrative decisions such as promotions, pay raises, and recognition. It helps in identifying high-performing employees and allocating rewards and resources effectively. 3. Developmental. Performance management supports employee development by identifying strengths and areas for improvement. It provides a basis for setting goals, creating development plans, and offering training and coaching to enhance performance and career growth. 4. Communication. Performance management facilitates effective communication between managers and employees. It encourages ongoing feedback, clarifies expectations, and promotes open dialogue about performance, goals, and expectations. 5. Organizational maintenance. Performance management helps maintain a positive work environment by addressing performance issues and providing a platform for resolving conflicts or addressing concerns related to performance. It ensures that employees are accountable for their work and behavior. 6. Documentation. Performance management serves as a record-keeping system for documenting performance-related information. It helps in tracking performance trends, identifying patterns, and maintaining a historical record for future reference, such as during performance evaluations or legal purposes. While performance management serves these important purposes, there are several limitations and challenges associated with its implementation and effectiveness. These limitations include some managers may feel uncomfortable evaluating others and providing feedback. This discomfort can lead to biases or reluctance to differentiate performance levels, resulting in inflated or similar ratings for all employees. This undermines the usefulness of the performance appraisal information. Also, differing expectations. Performance management users, including employees, managers, and company leaders, may have differing and sometimes conflicting expectations. Employees generally desire feedback, recognition, and fair compensation and promotion opportunities. On the other hand, managers and company leaders often seek a system that allows them to differentiate performance to distribute rewards effectively. Once a company has determined the expected performance from its employees through job analysis and design, it needs to establish ways to measure that performance. This involves considering various criteria underlying job performance measures. Here are 5 key criteria that stand out in evaluating performance management systems. 1. Strategic congruence. Strategic congruence refers to the extent to which a performance management system elicits job performance that aligns with the organization's strategy, goals, and culture. It emphasizes the need for the system to guide employees in contributing to the organization's overall success. A performance management system should be flexible enough to adapt to changes in the company's strategic direction. 2. Validity. Validity concerns the accuracy and appropriateness of the performance measures used. It ensures that the measures effectively assess the relevant aspects of job performance. Valid measures provide meaningful information about an employee's performance and its alignment with organizational goals. 3. Reliability. Reliability refers to the consistency and stability of performance measures over time and across different raters or evaluators. Reliable measures produce consistent results and minimize measurement errors. They allow for fair and accurate comparisons of performance among employees. 4. Acceptability. Acceptability relates to the extent to which the performance management system is perceived as fair and reasonable by employees, managers, and other stakeholders. An acceptable system is one that is perceived as just, transparent, and free from bias or discrimination. It ensures that employees trust the system and are willing to engage in the performance management process. 5. Specificity. Specificity refers to the level of detail and clarity in defining performance expectations and criteria. Specific measures provide clear guidance to employees about what is expected of them, enabling them to focus their efforts on the most critical performance areas. Specificity helps align individual performance with organizational objectives. Many companies incorporate critical success factors, CSFs, or key performance indicators, KPIs, into their performance management systems. CSFs are factors in a company's business strategy that give it a competitive edge. By measuring employee behaviors related to the attainment of CSFs, the importance of these behaviors is emphasized for employees. This allows employees to be held accountable and rewarded for behaviors directly linked to the company's achievement of CSFs. By considering these criteria and incorporating CSFs or KPIs, companies can develop performance management systems that effectively measure and align employee performance with organizational goals, thereby driving success. Measuring non-financial performance areas, such as customer loyalty and employee satisfaction, can be a challenge for companies. To effectively utilize these measures, managers can follow these steps. 1. Develop a model. Create a model that illustrates how non-financial performance measures link to the company's strategic goals. Identify the specific performance areas that are critical to achieving success. This model serves as a framework for understanding the relationships between non-financial measures and desired outcomes. 2. Identify available data. Identify existing data on key performance measures such as customer satisfaction or employee satisfaction surveys using already established databases. If the necessary data are not available, identify a performance area that significantly impacts the company's strategy and performance. Develop measures for those performance areas using appropriate data collection methods. 3. Use statistical and qualitative methods. Utilize statistical and qualitative methods to test the relationship between non-financial performance measures and financial outcomes. Regression and correlation analysis can be employed to identify any significant relationships. Additionally, conducting focus groups and interviews can provide valuable qualitative insights. For instance, studies have shown that employee involvement, satisfaction, and enthusiasm are linked to business performance indicators like customer satisfaction, productivity, and profitability. 4. Revisit and enhance the model. Regularly revisit the model to ensure that the selected non-financial performance measures are appropriate and aligned with the company's goals. Assess whether new measures should be added or existing measures modified based on changing business strategies and economic conditions. This ensures that the model remains relevant and effective. 5. Act on conclusions. Act upon the insights and conclusions derived from the model. For example, if the model demonstrates that employee attitudes and the work environment significantly impact customer satisfaction and shareholder results, take appropriate actions. In the case of Sears, they invested in managerial training to improve supervision and create a more supportive work environment, while holding employees accountable for their responsibilities. 6. Audit the results. Regularly audit and evaluate whether the actions taken and investments made based on the model have produced the desired results. This helps in assessing the effectiveness of the measures implemented and identifying areas for further improvement or adjustment. By following these steps, companies can effectively measure on financial performance areas, understand their impact on financial outcomes, and take targeted actions for improvement. This enables organizations to align their efforts with strategic goals and drive overall performance and profitability. Okay. In general, evaluating performance is a complex task. It is involving various aspects such as individual tasks, teamwork, and supportive behavior. Effective performance evaluation systems should consider both the what, objectives and outcomes, and the how, behaviors and competencies. Key considerations include 1. Comprehensive measurement. Assess both accomplishments and behaviors for a holistic view aligned with organizational goals. 2. Individualized approach. Tailor evaluation criteria to each role, recognizing variations in job requirements. 3. Accurate and timely feedback. Provide specific, constructive, and timely feedback to aid performance improvement. 4. Ongoing discussions. Shift focus to frequent, meaningful manager-employee dialogues for prompt issue resolution and employee development. 5. Simplified appraisal forms. Streamline the process with clear and concise forms, avoiding complexity that may hinder effective evaluation. 6. Goal alignment. Ensure performance measures reflect organizational strategy, reinforcing the link between individual efforts and overall success. The organization can also use comparative approach to evaluating employee performance, specifically through ranking methods such as simple ranking and alternation ranking. Let's delve into these approaches in more detail. Simple ranking. In simple ranking, managers are tasked with ranking employees within their departments based on their performance levels, from the highest performer to the poorest performer, or from the best to the worst. This approach involves directly comparing employees against each other and assigning them a relative rank. The ranking is typically determined by the manager's judgment and assessment of individual performance. Alternation ranking. Alternation ranking entails a manager reviewing a list of employees and alternately selecting the best and worst performers. The manager starts by identifying the best employee and crosses their name off the list. Then, from the remaining names, the manager identifies the worst employee and continues this process until all employees are ranked. This approach aims to create a balanced ranking by alternating between the best and worst performers. Both simple ranking and alternation ranking are examples of comparative methods for evaluating employee performance. These methods provide a way to differentiate employees based on their performance levels by comparing them to their peers. Organizations that use ranking methods should consider implementing additional practices to mitigate potential drawbacks and ensure fairness and accuracy in performance evaluations. This can include clear performance criteria, establishing clear and objective performance criteria to guide the evaluation process and minimize subjective biases. Multiple evaluation factors. Incorporating multiple evaluation factors such as goal achievement, competencies, and behavioral attributes to provide a more comprehensive assessment of an employee's performance. Calibration and consistency. Encouraging calibration sessions among managers to ensure consistent application of ranking methods and minimize discrepancies in evaluations. Ongoing feedback. Emphasizing ongoing feedback and performance discussions between managers and employees to provide timely guidance, support development, and address performance issues proactively. Development focus. Balancing the ranking approach with a developmental focus, ensuring that the evaluation process serves as a tool for employee growth and improvement, rather than solely for differentiation purposes.
Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, Please like and subscribe to channel.